I didn't see you there. I'm guessing you want some news. Breaking news, monkey news. We're getting down to some monkey business. Alright, so I got some people that are hyped for Halo. Now me, I've never been a fan of Halo because I grew up on PlayStation, essentially. So I never grew up on Halo. And I had no desire for it. I had no interest in Halo. But for you guys, since everyone's blowing up about Halo, we're going to do some Halo videos. Now, I've done my research. I have plenty of friends who like Halo. And now there's this new game, Halo Infinite, coming out. Pretty sure you heard of it. And Mr. Chief's in it, all that jazz. But I'm going to break down some things for you. First, we're going to watch the video. I'm going to point out some Easter eggs that you might not have noticed. And then after that, I'm going to tell you some rumors that were leaked. I can't name my sources because confidentiality and they could lose their jobs. Essentially that. But I'll explain to you the Easter eggs that are in the trailer. I'll expose the leaks in the rumors that are coming. And I actually got a whole leak of the story. So I'm going to spoil that at the end. So watch out for that. And then I'm actually got some game footage of the whole thing too. Yeah, pretty exciting. So first of all, let's get us into the trailer. Now, this is right here, the E3 Discover Hope trailer, 2019, whatever. You know what's happening. Playing it now. There we go. Xbox. Whoopie-doo. Everyone likes Xbox, apparently. But, nope. Fun fact right there. That guy, he's actually a famous actor. You know that guy who plays Machete, I forgot his name. But this is his nephew. Alright, let's keep watching here. It's voice actor.
Warning.
Character.
Warning.
Faced.
17 and 33. Pressure building in lines 4, 17 and 33. Pressure building in lines 4, 7. Protocol accepted.
Yeah, pretty dope.
Breach detected.
Very strong door. Barely open. Keep that in mind, alright? That's gonna come up very soon. Fun fact right here, real quick, sorry I had to pause it real quick here, but this exact ship was featured in the Alien games. That Alien Isolation. That pipe up there, that whistling pipe, is actually a direct reference to Steam. Now, you may not have realized it because it was just so quick, but that was actually a transition of time. He was there for actually quite a while. At least, a lot.
Daddy's listening. Can you say hi?
Sorry, I don't really make these
And how big
videos. Another fun fact, that's actually Sarah Connor. You know, not actually the Sarah Connor, obviously. But,
can you sing?
you know, the voice actor, I don't know her name is Sarah Connor, but this woman is actually portrayed after Sarah Connor, so essentially Sarah
And I love
Connor.
you.
I love you.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you, Daddy.
And I can't wait to see you. Can you say see you?
See you.
Good. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And he's actually a direct, he was imagined after Joel from the Last of Us series. So PlayStation had quite a influence on this Xbox exclusive. Microsoft exclusive, you know, because it's on Steam, where it's going to be. Master Chief Collection. What up? Another fun fact, it's cold in space. Oh, here we go. Those yellow colors are
This is
reference
UNSC
to
Pelican
Mr.
Echo
Chief's
216.
visor.
Can you hear me? This is UNS.
Yep, right there, the visor. I just told you that. There's Mr. Chief right there. And spoiler, not really a spoiler, but I'm gonna spoil it anyways. He's actually alive.
Looks like the Main power cells are fried. Armor shut
And
down.
you might not know this as well, but the little pack right there in his groin, it's like astronaut suit. That means he can pee in that and it'll recycle to oxygen for him to later breathe in. So he technically doesn't use the bathroom to take off the suit to use the bathroom or anything like that. He just uses it to recycle into oxygen, nutrients, you know, shits. So he survives on his shit and piss, basically. You can say he shits and pisses excellent.
Yes!
Right here we're seeing through the eyes of Mr. Chief.
We're going home!
Obviously.
Oh, welcome back, Chief. I rerouted what little power I had into your suit. Looks like there's a problem with the servos in your hands. Stay calm. You've been out there a while.
Alright, that animation right there where he's doing with his hands and that little hole, that little piece in his hand right there, that hole. This is a direct reference to Iron Man, another Easter egg in case you didn't, get that. Those were the same text that we just saw, the same text from the previous games
Status
that I
report.
have not played.
Status report? What? There's something you need to see, Chief.
And another fun fact with oh, hang on. Look at that. It was so hard for that regular guy to push through, and Master Chief just pushes it through like it was nothing.
Lost everything.
But
There's nothing left for us here.
another fun fact that
I don't think we're here is.
so this Chief doesn't actually have a voice actor. Yeah,
Not again.
she's Texas.
We need to run.
Google.
No, we need to fight.
We need to fight. In his previous days on Earth,
Get
before he was
ready.
kidnapped, when he was a little boy as well, he used to baby box. They put the infants in the same crib and such, and they just beat the living shit out of each other. He always came out victorious, of course, because that's Mr. Chief right there. Yep, that's actually another direct reference to Iron Man right there. That's the arc reactor in his chest.
I chose you because you were special. I knew we would be perfect together.
Alright, now that was that, and I hope I pointed out some Easter eggs that you guys might not have seen before as well. But now let's get back to the rumors that are happening with this. So as far as we know, Alright, so what we haven't had for a while is dual wielding. Now they're bringing back dual wielding to this game, which all of you know is a must-have, because why can't you just, you can have this or this, but now you can have both. Now that's going to be a great advantage because you dual wield any weapon, not just like a pistol or something. You can dual wield a pistol, an assault rifle, or the energy sword, or a grenade. You just dual wield. You hold them both. Yeah, that's great. That's coming essentially. Now another rumor is that you're not just playing as Mr. Chief. All right, it's going to be a little bit like Halo 5, where you played as some rando. I'm not sure of his name. Again, I didn't play the games, but I did my research, alright? And you can play as multiple people. Now, you play mostly as Mr. Chief, but you also play as the aliens, all of them. The Flood and the Metroids. But there's also rumors that you get to play as a female. Now, this is actually going to be the female protagonist. Now, you play most of the time as Mr. Chief, but also you play mainly as the female protagonist, which we don't know her name yet. We haven't seen her yet. It's a whole new character. Everyone's really excited about it. LGBTQ, LMNOP, and that's going to be great. Another rumor has it that there's going to be more customization available as well. Now, what can you customize? Actually, you're going to be able to customize your armor, and not just one solid color, like he's wearing all green. No, this time you get to wear pink, blue. a fucking rainbow. It's going to be insane. Can you imagine that? Mr. Chief and a turquoise armor set with a pink visor. People are going to lose their shit over this. And you get to use your ship. You can customize your ship. And you're going to be able to fly. And sorry. Getting tongue tied. I'm getting excited. There's also going to be open world. Or open worlds. You can travel between worlds. You can explore the whole planet. Kind of like No Man's Sky, essentially. But, you know, with all the Halo goodie. I dropped my camera. But essentially with all the Halo goodiness as well. Now, along with that open world, there is one downside, and that is the whole game is going to be in third person. Now, that's going to be great as the female protagonist when you look down and see all those gahongas, if you will. And there will be cleavage. That is confirmed. There will be cleavage, and some of her hair is going to peek under and down from her visor too. So she's not going to be like Samus level in armor, but no, it's going to be a slutty chief, if you will. But let's get to some gameplay. Now, I know you're dying to hear, I mean, not hear, but see the gameplay. And luckily, I have the gameplay right here. And see, this is the wrong game. My bad. So I guess we got a little clip here, and we're gonna play it right here. So let's play it real quick. See, here we are. Oh shit! Look at the graphics. The graphics are insane. We didn't have this in the previous emulators, and oh my god, oh, it's so intense. See, those are evil spawns, which we haven't had before, and we're used to all the aliens. Reload, shit. Reload, fuck, reload. Okay, well, let's try that again. Alright, so this is Halo, greatest game ever made and ever will be made. Fuck. The game's gonna get better. You'll see. Nah, I'm just fucking around, guys. You know me. Actually, you probably don't know me, since I am such a lower class YouTuber. But if you really want gameplay, this is the game right here. Okay. Ooh, shit. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Get it. Okay, so this is Halo Infinite. As you can see, it took a lot of inspiration from Halo 5. You know, it's excellent story and great gameplay. You know, great graphics. You know that. We haven't seen anything this good since. Oh shit! I died again. Oh, we haven't seen anything that good since the Nintendo 64. Come on, guys. Smell that cat box and appreciate what a good game this is. Alright? Alright. Now, you're probably all pissed at me for, you know, clickbaiting you, but I didn't come here empty-handed. If you enjoyed this video so far, which I know you probably didn't, my apologies. My bad. But I'm not going to leave you guys empty-handed. I actually got here a leak for the story. Now, spoiler alert, if you wanna spare yourself from the stories right now is the time to click out and get out of this video. Like, dislike my video if you want, but this is the story for Halo Infinite, alright? And I'm gonna read it to you guys. Alright? Okay, so it opens up like this. I'm just gonna read the script that was written for the game. And this is all legit, alright? Confirmed by Microsoft himself, Mr. Microsoft Gates, man, Billy Gates. I think that's a guy. Whatever. But this is the story so far that we have. Alright. One day, Master Chief was on his break from the space military. He was really skilled and buff, so he was able to take a break every once in a while. He sat down on his comfy leather couch and got out his laptop. Master Chief did like to go on his computer every once in a while. What he liked to do most of all was go on and read some quality fan fiction. However, he would just happen to read one of the worst fan fictions of all time. It was called Johnny Test and the Darkness Within by Ermin Bullock. Master Chief was a big fan of Johnny Test, and he enjoyed it ever since he was a child. Even though everyone likes to hate on it, Master Chief enjoys it a lot, and that's his opinion. So if you don't respect it, then go away and stop hating. Regardless, Master Chief just had to voice his opinion on this fanfiction in front of him, and just why it was so bad. This is one of the worst fanfictions of all time. Not only is it unfaithful and insulting to Johnny Test, but also the atrocity to logic and decency itself. If there is one thing that you should take away from this review, is that you, by all means, should not read this fanfiction. Let's start out with the formatting and general writing style. It's awful. First of all, character dialogue is outlined by brackets. Not only traditional quotation marks like any other piece of literature, this makes fanfiction look awkward and hard to read. I would implore you to read it for yourself, but really you should avoid it and take my word for it. The general writing style is riddled with bugs, including poor grammar and spelling. This is beyond unprofessional. Spell check your work, people. Just don't post whatever dribble comes off fresh off the page. Another flaw I saw was how the author used whoppish to describe the whip rack. When the author used whoppish to describe the whip crack, when simply using crack would have sufficed fine. Now let's get into the story itself, and boy is it bad. First of all, the author, like any other witless and bandwagony hater, likes to make fun of the whip crack sound effect. Not only is this joke lazy and boring, but only helps to frustrate me and immediately lose faith in this fanfiction. First of all, the issue is highly exaggerated and not only used by brainless morons to hate on how without making any actual criticism. It also acts in a smug way to rub their opinions in another's face, like, hey, I hate Johnny Test, let me just rub it all in your face because I can't have an opinion. Frankly, it pisses me off. Johnny Test is extremely out of his character in this fanfiction. His actions are cruel and mean-spirited, borderlining on sort of psychopathic. The story begins with Johnny whipping his pet dog. What sick mind would think Johnny Test would ever whip his pet dog and his best friend too? Also, talk about animal abuse. The sick mind who wrote this should personally be ashamed. It is even stated that he killed his own sisters. I know that Johnny doesn't particularly like his sisters, but he still loves them and would never hurt them purposely. It is implied that Johnny and Dookie were lovers, which is repulsively gross. I wasn't a fan of bestiality in Sonic 06, but his beats is tenfold. Dookie makes his correct choice to leave this fanfiction by way of cyanide. Although I would like to point out, if you don't cough up blood after taking a cyanide pill like this author wants us to believe. Johnny laughs like a maniac, which doesn't even match his personality at all. But what he does next is worse. He takes drugs. Yeah, you heard me, drugs. Apparently his sisters used them in their lab as a drug den. This is false, and I think the author should really actually watch an episode just one time, just so he knows what he's writing about before he writes such moronic plot points such as this. The drugs that he takes, this still makes me facepalm every time I think about this point, are described as his only friend. Even though Johnny has many loving and supporting friends of his. Although, since this author thinks that Johnny manipulates his friend for funds, I guess a psychopathic with drugs would be his only friend. Now here's the only story really goes downhill. With the introduction of Sissy, one of my favorite Johnny Test characters, it really depresses me to see my favorite character butchered in this story. It makes me resent towards the author even stronger somehow. The author apparently doesn't think Sissy was good enough, even though it's wonderful, so he decided to, for some reason, rename her. Unfortunately, he picked the single worst name imaginable. Vampirica. I know. As short addendum, it should be mentioned that the author thought it was cute as traditional Japanese name honorifics when addressing each character. I would like to mention that Johnny Test does not take place in Japan, and none of his characters in the story are Japanese, so the use of kun and san felt inappropriate and racist. Anyways, I had mentioned that Vampirica is a stupid name, because it really is. I would certainly have preferred the author to use the name Sissy instead of travesti. Vampirica and Johnny have a fairly rough dynamic together, although they seem to share some softness for one another. Vampirica also mentions Johnny's black hair was dyed. I don't know why this choice was made, as yellow and red hair perfectly described Johnny's personality through visuals alone, and dyeing it would only help ruin his subtle touch of detail on his character design. They share some banter before all of a sudden the syringe is introduced. The author is obsessed with drugs, and I don't think it's healthy. Johnny is first to inject himself, although he convinces Vampirka to take them as well. I find this highly unrealistic, as I think Vampirka was much smarter than this and the temptation Johnny has to offer. Nevertheless, they both die a horrible death together, and a cliche, boring ending to such a miserable fanfiction. The fanfiction is although I have some respect for you, the audience, to think that I figured this out for yourself. The author really needs some help, or he should kill himself to save some time. I hope you enjoyed the review, Master Chief said. The end. Wow. Truly a work of art that Halo Infinite is going to bestow upon us, and I am, for one, very excited. I'm going to buy an Xbox. I want to buy an Xbox Cube, a Cube box, if you will, an X Cube, and I'm going to play the shit out of Halo Infinite, because it really sounds like this Master Chief doesn't like Johnny Test at all, and I'm also a big fan. I love the gadgets and spy shit they do. But that's all I got for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you're not too mad at me for putting this out there. But that's just my review. Love you guys. Have a good one. Stay fresh. Doo-doo.
Right. Extra noses, panties on you, ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your bows from across the floor. Noses, your Nicky, Wakito, Damer, Tilde, hee hee. Unzips your baggy as panto, baby, you so muscular. Take me home, pet me, and make me yours.